Hey, I'm Brian Edmund and I'm the Director of Hair.
What is hair about?
Well, that's a pretty big question really. I mean, hair's about a lot of things, but for me it's really about youth and how they start off being pretty optimistic with life, and on too many occasions they're beaten down by the rules of society, and hair is about those young people rebelling against that establishment. It's against rebelling against those conservative rules. It's about being themselves. Even though it's said in 1968, the notion of young people still finding that they're being, well, repressed perhaps, how they may feel, or at least they don't have the opportunities that they'd like, is still very relevant worldwide. I mean, at the same time you've got the music, which is the backbone of the whole piece. That is just fantastic music. Any modern audience is going to love it. And put those two things together, it makes it very worthwhile doing.
Will there be a nude scene? And if so, how will it be done?
There's much more to hair than the nude scene. But yes, there is a nude scene. Yes, we're doing the nude scene. And we're going to be doing it in a tasteful, discreet and appropriate way.
What scene in the show really stands out to you and says, hey, this would be the perfect scene to describe the entire show?
I've said it in rehearsal. I think whatever the guys were smoking at the time they wrote Hair, it must have been good stuff, because it is so varied, it is so odd and weird and funny and sad that I don't really think there is one particular scene that sums it all up. There's too many and they're too varied.
The brilliant thing about you, Brian, is that you have contrast. Last year, the last show you directed was My Fair Lady for the Townsville Choral Society, which is about dialects and cockneys living it up in a family fun-filled show. Now, you turn to the dark side to direct Hair, which aside from being incredibly fun and energetic and having dirty people in the streets, is entirely different. Has it been a challenge trying something completely different or new?
Well, yes, I did cut the nude scene from My Fair Lady. Probably the main difference actually isn't so much those sort of, I suppose, surface things. It's more the fact that this show is such an ensemble show. We've got roughly 30 people in the cast. They're all involved for virtually the whole show, which is very different to a much more traditional show where you wheel on the chorus, they do their bit, and they wheel off and rest for 20 minutes. Everyone's working really hard through this, and the other thing that's working really well for us, I think, is the way everyone's engaging with each other, supporting each other, and that's going to translate in the show.
And do you have anything you want to say to the audience?
Probably just put your preconceptions to one side about what hair might be. Come along with an open mind. Just let it flow, and you'll have a great night.
Brian Edmund, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Hair, the Tribal Love Rock musical, for 5 shows only at the Townsville Civic Theatre. Get your tickets now either online at Ticket Shop or at the Civic Theatre box office. You don't want to miss it.